Welcome to Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium, home to the East Carolina Pirates, where the purple has engulfed this place as they are ready for a showdown. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the UTSA Roadrunners, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the East Carolina Pirates. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Pirates will get us started with the opening kickoff. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. They'll run this play from the pistol. Handoff to the single running back. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends have so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come in.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Here's the handoff. Powers through the defender. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Fires to the wideout. Parking the middle. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Quick handoff. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing third down. Got the back over the middle. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to keep a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
And back to the air on 2nd down. Flushed out of the pocket. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Roadrunners.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
And he tacks on the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Looking for a productive play on first down. Quarterback checking the play. The give to the left side. Across the 25, he's got room. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They'll give it to him again. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Looking for room. It's Terrell. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. He's looking downfield to throw, using his legs to buy some time. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Really impressed with how this team has seized momentum here, playing on the road in this hostile environment. Their offense gets it first. They march down the field. They put up some points. And here's the defense now on their first drive, getting a critical sack on 3rd down.
Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a great stick by the defender. But how about this? Quarterbacks like a smooth pocket where they can step up, set their feet. That defense did not give him that. Hit him while he's throwing the football. Made it easy for the defender to run underneath it. Great interception.
They'll give it to the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it, there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Looking left. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And there's not very many offensive plays that are going to be successful. If you can rush 3 guys and still get to the quarterback, it's not a good sign for this offensive line.
Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, better look out. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Going up top on 1st down. He's got his man. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, UT San Antonio.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Carolina sending the offense back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. Leaves it with the back. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. The Pirates in the hurry-up. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the ball is picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
Got it in the middle at Stewart. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use it.
And he's got it! Touchdown, UTSA! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score. And Jesse probably scored pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
They go to the ground. At the 45 on his way. Oh, look out, there he goes. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Pirates. Lining up for the PAT. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with an explosive in the running game, a 59-yard touchdown run. He'll return it. Slips through the line. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Quarterback on the keeper. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. He tried to make something out of nothing, but there was really nothing he could do on that play.
And I hope offensively that's not going to make them quit on this option play. That's a scheme that really puts the defense in a bind. If I were them, I wouldn't let that play stop them from trying to run it later in this game.
He's got his man. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
That's a great play call there, guys. I love it. Listen, they didn't get the first down, but this QB sneak on the very next play is going to get it, and this drive's going to keep going.
As strange as it seems, this is an easy decision. A little too far for the field goal. Punting does nothing for you. They'll go for it on 4th down. Finds his man enough for the first. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the 1st down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the back. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Roadrunners. They'll try to add another to their lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He'll be out of bounds at the 36-yard line after a solid return. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. He wants to throw. He'll try to do it himself. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
That is not good news for this offense, guys. I mean, the defense only brought 3 on that play, and they were still able to get after the quarterback. This O-line has got to play better.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He chucks one out to the right. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got his man on the right. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David, and you've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Pollock, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too, before this defense gets to go in at halftime to potentially make some adjustments, show you some different looks in the second half. Whatever you've been doing, it's working. Keep it up.
It's complete to the right. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Pulls and fires complete. On the sweet spin, and he's free. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. The Roadrunners racing to the line in the hurry-up. He'll come out throwing on first down. That's reeled in. It's Stewart. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. And the Roadrunners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They'll immediately call timeout.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Coming after it. Got his man. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. Good, right down the boulevard. And now the lead is extended a little further. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Roadrunners will kick it away to crank up the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Not much there. Picks up a couple through the 22. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Complete downfield. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Quarterback floating away from pressure. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
It's complete on the right side. Nice pick up there, gets him the first down, and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
They'll run it from the gun. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Fires to the right. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll run the option. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down.
And listen, the QB gave everything he had, right? He tried to get the first down. He even laid out. He wasn't worried about getting whacked. He tried to get the first down. Good effort, but just comes up a little bit short.
to the ground with the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take it.
Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
They want to throw it. Looking for the score. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, ECU.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They'll line up to go for 2. He'll set up to throw. And the pass hits, picked off. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Finds his tight end. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. What a cut, now he's loose. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Just plowing down the field. Just outstanding vision from the young freshman on that run.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll try the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, when they're making the backfield for a tackle for loss.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
It's a really nice job in coverage defensively there because that tight end, he wasn't really even open. Quarterback just still tried to put it on him and give him an opportunity, but great tackle short of the stick, setting up 4th down.
Not a chance. Missed it. Well, the field goal didn't quite make it through, but still an 18-point game. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because
Running toward the tape. He's inside the 40. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chain. That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. Used the play fake, now to throw. Slings it downfield. It's caught downfield. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
and this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. It's a reverse. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And you see this all the time now in football. You see motion across the formation, and sometimes they hand it to him, sometimes they don't. I like it. Hand it to the wide receiver. A lot of times down in the red zone, you're going to get man-to-man. You didn't get a big play, but I do like the change of pace in the running game.
Well, I just love finding different ways to get this guy the ball, too, because it's hard to throw the football down in this area of the field, but he's one of your best weapons, so be creative and find different ways to get this guy involved in the game.
You know, you hear the term nickel so much. Most people stay a nickel most of the time because of all the speed in college football and the running quarterback. And you see why it pays dividends. More speed on the field when the QB does take off to go get him on the ground and force a fourth down.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. On the run, still looking. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, East Carolina. Lining up to add another. Smashes it through for the PAT. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the fourth. They'll line up for the onside kick. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Connor. He gets a block. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. Looking for space. It's Stewart. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Feeling some heat. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Working that left side now. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field, but that's just asking too much of him at this point. 3rd and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss, trying to get that first down.
Got it past the marker. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
Red pass, it's complete. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time.
How about that? The dying breed of the tackling cornerback. You don't see those anymore. Everybody wants to be great in coverage. Everybody wants to get picks. But how many corners really want to get their face in the fan and make tackles? Nice job by that play.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Sixth play of the drive coming up. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. He'll throw it. It's complete along the sidelines. It's a catch inbounds, and it's a first down.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
This offense has done a good job on this drive, taking time off the clock as they come up on 2nd down. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his feet to buy time. Their pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot, he gets outside the pocket, and a nice job of chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Fair catch called for and made. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Looking to move it through the air. Moving away from pressure. Lets it fly. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He makes the catch.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
I'll tell you, this offense just can't afford too many more incompletions because time's running out in the game. They need big plays through the passing attack, vertically down the field, and they've got to score some touchdowns.
He's taking the deep shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
Pressure coming. Took a shot as he threw. And the pass is incomplete on 4th down, but hold on just a second. We've got to see what the flag's about. 1st down for this offense. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't